It's time for Dixie State University Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 KXDS Santa Clara. DSU Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3 is brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer. We hear you. And now, it's time for DSU Athletics.
Good afternoon, sports fans. I am Martin Kelly here live at Burns Arena. Here representing Radio Dixie 91.3 as the women's basketball season is going to get underway. Surprise! We got another live broadcast of a sports event going on today. I know, we just had one with football. Now we got one with basketball, and this is about to get underway. Your starting lineups for this game will be as number 1, London Palvacia will start at guard. Number 4, Rochelle Blaser will start at the 2 guard. Number 5, Lisa Van Kappen will be at forward. Number 15, Malaya Richardson will start at center. Plus, number 3, Mariah Martin will be at the other guard position here for this Trailblazer team. As the game gets underway here in a few minutes, I gladly accept the fact that you guys are here with us tonight here on Radio Dixie 91.3. As Mariah Martin drives to the basket, and she will get fouled, and she will take 2 free throw shots to start the game off. They're playing against Northern New Mexico State, who is in today on a long road trip as well. Their starting lineup includes number 20, Melanie Skildo, number 33, Katie Usos, number 1, Leah Duago, and number 5, Keisha Kinsel, and number 5, Holly Woodbury. As Holly Woodbury will take it up the court, she drives to the middle of the court, kicks it back out, kicks it again. Caitlin Karen takes the ball. She's trying to set up a screen here. Dixie State with good defense all over them. Kicks it back out to the three-pointer. Number 3, Caitlin has the ball again, shoots it, and is in no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. They'll take it up the court. Drives to the middle of the basket, kicks it back out, and off of Dixie State, and we'll turn it over, and we'll go back towards Northern New Mexico. Catch you up a little bit. Dixie State last game was an exhibition game as London Palvacia takes the ball and scores it back up and gets the another 2 points for Dixie State. Was a loss to BYU in an exhibition game, 83-56. As Northern New Mexico will take it up the court, try to get through a double team, will not work, and there's a scramble for it on the court. Dixie State's got it back up, will drive it to the basket, try to set up the offense, turns around defense at the top of the key, kicks it out. Three-pointer is no good, and it'll just go out of bounds. Northern New Mexico will take the ball and will start up in the left side of the corner, drives it to the middle of the baseline. Kicks it back out after a trap. Dixie State gets a turnover. They're trying to go to the court. Palvacia has the ball, kicks it back out for a 3. It is up, and it is no good. Dixie State with the rebound yet again, and is good, and the foul. No, there's no foul. Number 15, Malaya Richardson, the 6'1" forward, a senior on this team. Talked to her before the game. She says she doesn't even feel like a senior as Northern New Mexico drives to the basket and is batted out of the way by Malaya Richardson. Good stop there by Dixie State. As the Lady Trailblazers try to come into the season, first season under the RMAC season, Northern New Mexico kicks it back out to the top of the key, sets it up, and it is no good, in and out. Palvacia with the rebound, drives it back up the court, tries to set up the offense, slows it down, kicks it to the wing, skids it up, no good. Rebound goes to nobody. It'll just bounce out of bounds. Kaylin Ulos will just take it up and kick it out. Number 1, Leah Durago got the ball, kicks it over to 15. Tries to drive on Dixie State, will not get there. Dixie State on good defense here as there's 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Shots up, no good. Palvacia yet again with the rebound. The smallest person on the court, a little move there by her. Kicks it to the middle, no, kicks it back out yet again. Will shoot it, and no good, almost in there. Northern New Mexico brings it back up the court at the top of the key. Kicks it in to the post, then back out. Sets up a little screen there. Shot is up. And is in and out as well. Palvacia again with the rebound. Last 3 rebounds made by the point guard, the freshman point guard out of Liberty High School out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Keeps swinging around. Up and good. And Dixie State will take a 6-0 lead with 6:30 left to go in the first quarter here. Northern New Mexico trying to drive it off the court as Dixie State will send subs to the bench. And there will be a timeout call as subs will come in. As I try to get the numbers for you guys there. Northern New Mexico with the ball, try to dish it out. Will get it onto the court. Sets up their offense. Top of the key. Kicks it to the wing. Drives it to the middle and is no good yet again. And it will go out of bounds. It will be Northern New Mexico's ball. Northern New Mexico on the baseline. Tries to dish it out yet again. Top of the key. New Mexico setting up their offense. Tries to drive to the basket. Looking, kicks it back out to the wing. It is up and is no good. Dixie State with it and pushes it up the court immediately. Dishes back into the paint. It is up. And there will be a foul called. Number 23, Allie Franks, the 5'10 junior, will take the 2 shots for Dixie State. Already 2 for 2 on the free throw line today. Shot is up. It is good. 3 for 3 already. Allie Franks trying to get her first few points of the season as there's 5:53 left to go in the first. Shot is up, and it is in and out. It'll rebound, but Dixie State gets the rebound back up. No, and there's another foul there called again by New Mexico against Northern New Mexico State, and Dixie State will go back to the free throw line. Number 21, Morgan Myers, the guard, will take the 2 shots. She makes 1. Good little dish there, and the foul towards when she was going back up. Number 44, Erica Telme will take the 1 there. As is it up again, and Dixie State will get the rebound yet again. Franks takes a 3-pointer, and it is no good. Dixie State with a rebound yet again. Dishes back into the middle. Shot is up, and it is good. Dixie State with a 10-0 lead. Number 32, Cameron Mooney, the center freshman, with a huge shot there to make it 10-0 Dixie State with 5:33 left to go. Northern New Mexico will take the ball. Trying to get it out off the sideline. Gets it in. Northern New Mexico with it, and it'll dish out, and it'll be Dixie State's ball off the turnover. Dixie State will take it up the court, set up their offense, top of the key. Drives it. Dishes it back out off a screen. The shot is up, and it's no good. Rebound by Dixie State, and the basket is weighed off for another Northern New Mexico foul. That will put them in the bonus. 5 fouls already in the first 5 minutes. It'll be Northern New Mexico ball. Is a foul on Dixie State. Northern New Mexico will have the ball, and of course, I'm already messing up here. Apologies. Mexico takes it up the court right side of the key. Try to dish it in. She's trapped, and ball is up, and it's good. Northern New Mexico with their first 2 points of the night. 10-2, Dixie State leads as they're in a fast-paced offense. Kicks it back up, kicks it back out. Top of the key with a 3, and it's good. Allie Franks with the 3-pointer to make it 13-2, their first 3 of the season. As, again, Allie Franks will steal the ball and is put up, and Dixie State leads this game at a huge margin, 15-2, as there's a timeout taken by Northern New Mexico. Finally, as Dixie State leads this 15-2 with 4:39 left to go here in the first quarter. A huge lead already for them. That is that. We're going to take a quick timeout here, trying to catch my breath and get caught up here on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation, here on Radio Dixie 91.3, as we are back here live at Burns Arena for the game between Dixie State and Northern New Mexico, as Northern New Mexico get it in. will try to get it up court as they're still trapped in their own zone. They are starting to get it up halfway court into Dixie State's zone. The ball is up, just dribbled up. Dixie State will get the turnover there. Dishes it back up quickly up the court, and no foul called. Dixie State will turn it over, and then there will be a foul. No. They will keep it playing. It looked like there was a foul made on, as Northern New Mexico will pick it up. No, they'll turn it over yet again. Allie Franks on the rebound, dishes it over to the side, and good. Dixie State leads it 17-2 with 3:59 left to go. And foul called on Dixie State. Number 23, Allie Franks. As more subs will come back in, some starters will dish back in. Number 4, Rachel Blazard will come back in as Dixie State will try to get tough and big here. Screen set up for 3, and it is good by Northern New Mexico to cut it 17-5, 12-point lead for Dixie State. 3:30 left to go in this burst. Martin dishes it off to Van Capen. Van Capen back to Martin off a screen. Tries to kick it out, back to Van Capen, sets up for the 3, takes it at the top, and it is good. Dixie State will take the lead back to 15. Lisa Van Capen with her second 3 of the day to put it back up 20. Northern New Mexico will drive it up the court. Kicks it out for a 3, and it is up, and it is no good. Rebound scramble, and is made by Cameron Mooney. Giving back off to Northern New Mexico off a turnover. Dixie State set up their zone defense. Mooney on the top of the screen guarding someone. Number 42, Rashay Herrera. Northern New Mexico up the key, and it is no good. But Northern New Mexico will get the rebound. 3 is taken, and that rattles out. Mariah Martin will get it back and will dish it up the court at the rebound. Dishes it for another 3. It is no good. Cameron Mooney will get the rebound. Dishes it back in the middle. Van Capen try to get it up. No foul called. She was looking for the foul. She flopped just a little bit. Dishes 3 and is no good. Dixie State will get the rebound here as I had a little pause there. My apologies. Mariah Martin will bring it up back. Van Capen got the ball at the top of the key. Looks to set up Mooney at the top of the free throw line. Looking around. Back to Van Capen. Around Mooney. Martin back out the top of the key. Gets a little screen there by Van Capen. Dishes it back out to her. Open three-pointer, no. And a drive and nothing there. Northern New Mexico on the rebound has a 2-on-1 man advantage. Shot is up and is no good. Again, Northern New Mexico is to rebound and puts it back up 20-17. Number 33, Caitlin Uzo will get the points. 20-7 with 1:25 left to go in this first. Dishes it up. It's good by Dixie State for the three-pointer. London Palvesia checks herself back into the game with a huge three-pointer to make it 23-17. Dixie State trying to trap Rochelle Blazard at the top of the key. Garden, then Palvesia takes over. 3 is taken by Northern New Mexico. It is rattles out. Northern New Mexico gets the rebound yet again, and it is good. 23-9. Again, Caitlin Uzo with that bucket. Dixie State up the court. Palvesia with the ball. Trying to get a screen by Cameron Mooney. She sets it up. Gives it. Palvesia at the top of the screen. Kicks it back into the middle. Mooney trying to buy her way in. She will get it up. And no good. It will just rattle out. Northern New Mexico with the rebound. Northern New Mexico drives to the middle. It is blocked by Dixie State. Kicks it back out. Northern New Mexico looking for it. Mooney Gardens. She will get the block there. Palvesia with the rebound. No foul called as there was a little bump there. And this will be the end of the first quarter here as Dixie State leads it 23-9 for the first 10 minutes of this game. It has been exciting already as I've been losing my head trying to keep up. We are going to take a quick timeout here and be right back with more on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation here all season long for the women's basketball season and men's basketball season. As we get underway here so far in this game, it has been a wild one to start with. Dixie State leads it at halftime, 23-9 to start the game off with. It has been a crazy one to begin with. Dixie State opening up their homestand already against Northern New Mexico as we come back for the start of the second quarter. 9:47 left to go. Northern New Mexico has the ball, trying to drive into the middle of the court. Bucket is up, and it is good. Number 54, Shavana Livingston with the bucket there, her first bucket of the day, as Dixie State still leads this game 23-11. As Dixie State drives, kicks it back out yet again. Palvacia at the top of the middle of the key. Drives, moves, dishes it, and it is good. Her 5th point of the day, her second bucket made. 25-11. Dixie State leads it, and Northern New Mexico almost turns it over, gets it back up the court. A turnover made by Northern New Mexico, and they will keep the ball as Northern New Mexico get the ball here. Dishes into the corner, number 20. Mulaney Skudu will take it up, and is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Morgan Myers on that rebound there. London Palvacia will drive to the middle of the court, kicks it back out. No, she will not get it out there as she got fouled as she was trying to dish it out. She will go to the free throw line for her 3rd and 4th free throw of the day. No, they will keep it on the line, not say a foul there. I should have earned her a trip to the line, but that's not what they're going to call here. As Palvacia kicks it back out to the corner of the key, it is up. It is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Malaya Richardson drives it to the basket, turns around, no good. And she got fouled when she went up there. No, she didn't. She stepped out of bounds. What am I talking about? Stepped out of bounds there, right there. Northern New Mexico get the ball back, try to get up the court. Dixie State going to trap. No, it doesn't work. Bucket is up, no good. Rebounded by Malaya Richardson. Almost turned over by Dixie State. Mariah Martin dishes over to the Freaks. And it is up, and it's good. London Palvacia yet again with another bucket. That's her second three-pointer of the day. She'll make it 30-11 with 7:40 left to go here. Northern New Mexico looking for a shot. They won't find it there as they'll scramble on the court. They still have it. Northern New Mexico trying to find a shot. Shot is taken up, and it's good. 30-14. The lead has been cut back down to 16. Number 20, Melania Skudu Sekuti, as I try to say that name today, with the three-pointer to cut it to 16 with 7 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Back into the middle by Dixie State. Mariah Martin trying to get it out, and it'll be out of bounds off of Melania Sekuti. As subs fly in off the court, Lisa Van Capen will check herself back in. Bucket is up, and is good by Mally Richardson to make it 32-14, 6:48 left to go. Northern New Mexico will get trapped on the sideline, and it'll be out of bounds. And it'll be Dixie State's ball off the trap. Dixie State leading this game 32-14, making it an 18-point lead. Martin off a screen, top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Dixie State yet again. London Palvacia kicks it back out to the three, and it is no good. Rebounded again, and it was out on Northern New Mexico. Will be Dixie State's ball off the off the sideline here. Dishes it back in. Dixie State looking for a shot. Palvacia kicks it back out to the top of the key, drives it in. Martin looking for a shot, no. Dishes it back out to Van Capen. She goes into the middle, nothing there. Up, it is good. Dixie State leads this game by 20 with 5:55 left to go in this second quarter here. Dixie State putting all the pressure they can on Northern New Mexico. Shot is up by Northern New Mexico. It is up, and it's good. 34-17, cut that lead back down to 17 as Dixie State will bring it back up the court. Dixie State off a screen, shot is up, and it is no good. Rebounded by Northern New Mexico, up the field quickly. Can Dixie State get back on defense? It is up. It's no good by Northern New Mexico. It'll be rebounded by Dixie State. Brings it back up the court quickly yet again. London drives it, kicks it back out again to Martin. Martin drives to the center of the court, kicks it back out again to Van Capen. Van Capen will take the three, and is no good. It's rebounded by Northern New Mexico. Brought back up quickly up the court. Northern New Mexico almost turns it over. Still a scramble for it on the floor, and a timeout is taken by Northern New Mexico to cover the ball up. Their second timeout of the first half here. Northern New Mexico looks gassed as Dixie State keeps running it up the court fiercely every second they can. We're going to take another timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff, St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we have live broadcast coverage of the matchup between Dixie State and Northern New Mexico State here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Dixie State leads this game 34-17 coming out of the break with 4:51 left to go in the second before half. Northern New Mexico has the ball, tries to drive it up the court and to the basket, and no good. London Pavesi will drive it up the court. She has numbers with her, dishes it off to Franks. Up, it is no good. And a foul is called. Dixie State had a golden opportunity there to get it up back up to 19. Missed that opportunity with 3-on-2. Missed the opportunity there as Northern New Mexico will get it back. They will try to drive it up the court. Dixie State pulling this trap defense out on them, trying to keep them in their own zone. Dixie State trying to trap, and jump ball will be called. And I believe it will be Dixie State's ball as Leah Durago tried to get it in the middle of the court, but she could not get it out as Maddie Loftus and Morgan Myers had her trapped completely. Myers will take it out the top of the key as well. And whistles are blown, and there's a foul against Dixie State, it looks to be. And it will turn it over to Northern New Mexico. Northern New Mexico tries to get it back in off the turnover there. And it's now good, and it was rebounded, and it was taken away by Morgan Myers for the 2 points. Dixie State will go up by 19. 36-17, they lead this game with just a little bit over 4 minutes left to go. Allie Franks checks into the game now. Northern New Mexico try to get it back up. They are getting exhausted from this trap defense that Dixie State has. Mariah Martin on the coverage. Shot is up, and it is no good to rebound it out. Mariah Martin will take it up the middle of the court on a fast pace. Drives it to the middle. No good. Carmen Mooney trying to get the rebound there. Could not get it. Shot is up and it's no good by Northern New Mexico. They'll get the rebound back up. No good. Mariah Martin will take it up the court. Kicks it out. Drives it. Scores. No good. But rebounded by herself. Brings it back out. Cameron Mooney gets the rebound. Puts it back up and it's good. Cameron Mooney, the 6'2 center out of Salt Lake City, Utah, chose Dixie State and is paying off so far for Dixie State. They're leading this game 38-17 with a 21-point lead as Dixie State will try to get it back up. Turns it over to Northern New Mexico. Pavesi on the coverage, back up, no good. Mooney trying to get the rebound. It's covered by Dixie State, and a foul is going to be called. 2:47 left to go here before the start of the third quarter here. Actually, before halftime, I would imagine so. Dixie State leads this game 38-17. Number 23, Allie Franks checks back into the game with Mariah Martin. Martin tries to drive it to the court. No, kicks it back out. Pavesi up the middle, and it's good. Dixie State will go up 40-17, a 23-point lead here already. 2:30 left to go in this second quarter. Northern New Mexico tries to get it back in. They do. Up the middle of their court. Rochelle Blazard on the covers there. Then to Pavesi. Cameron Mooney now on theirs. Trying to get over a screen. Does not work. Shot is blocked. Then rebounded by Northern New Mexico. Shot is blocked again. Morgan Myers with back-to-back blocks there, keeping Northern New Mexico checked as this Dixie State defense and offense is just crumbling Northern New Mexico, who comes in after already a loss to Utah State, a huge loss, not a pretty one there. They lost that game 106-35. Not the way they want to start their season. After already losing 1 of 4, only winning one game. That was their first game of the season. Dixie State with the rebound. Martin with a little move there. Tries to drive it back up the court. Kicks it back out to Myers. Myers kicks it out to Valvasia at the top of the key. Takes a shot. It is up. No good. It'll be rebounded by Northern New Mexico. Dixie State yet again with their trap defense, trying to keep them in one side of the floor. Northern New Mexico tries to drive to the basket, and it is no good. Rebounded by Valvasia again. That's got to be her sixth rebound. I'll check on those stats in a minute here. Shot is not taken yet. Valvasia just trying to hold on to the ball as there's 1:11 left to go before the end of the half. Frank takes the ball on the side. Tries to drive off the middle, will not get there. Valvasia tries to get to the middle, dishes out to Cameron Mooney, and she'll get the basket there and the foul. It will be an and one. 42-17 with 59 seconds left to go here. Nice little dink and dunk there by Valvasia to Mooney, the two-star freshman, as Mooney will shoot, making the free throw. As Northern New Mexico will try to get it out and get a shot up, they will not. They'll get their first shot at a free throw line as Mooney will get the foul there. Number 54, Cheyenne Livingston will get to make the two shots there. First shot is up and is no good. 43-17 is the Dixie State lead with 50 seconds left to go. Shot is up and is no good yet again. Dixie State will get the rebound. London will try to drive it up the court. Tries to make a little dink and dunk off of Frank's screen. Rochelle Blazer's got the ball. She'll go down to the floor and a jump ball will be called, and I believe it'll be Northern New Mexico's ball. It will now be Dixie State's ball. Dixie State tried to drive it, no good. Myers tried to get it up there, did not go. Dixie State with the bucket now as Dixie State tries to get it in. Northern New Mexico will try to get in. Shot is up and is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Lost it for a second there. Myers with it to the basket, and it'll be a foul called against Northern New Mexico, and it looks like it'll be taken out on the sideline. 7 seconds left to go here. Dixie State trying to get a shot off before the end of the half. Myers to Franks. Shot is up, and it is no good. And that will be the end of the second quarter. And I believe that will take it into the halftime here already as Dixie State leads this game huge, 43-17 going into the halftime here. 15 minutes have been placed on the clock. 15 minutes will be the halftime length. We're going to take a minute timeout here and be right back with more on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we have live coverage of the matchup between Dixie State and Northern New Mexico State here on Radio Dixie 91.3. Let's get you caught up with this game as well. Start off really hot by Dixie State, leading this game by a huge margin here already. 43-17 going into the halftime. Just demolishing Northern New Mexico, who's already coming off a bad loss of last week between Utah State, where they lost that game 106-35. A bad loss there for them. Not the way they want to start their season, as again they've fallen to 1-4 already on their season. And that is that. Sorry, my apologies. Just trying to get caught up here. Just trying to look for scores and whatnot. As there were some earlier games in the RMAC play today already. Texas A&M Perryman Basin beat Colorado Springs 61-60 in a close game there. Colorado Springs' leading scorer was Abby Fritchard, having a good game there in that one. Also, Texas A&M Kingsville beat Chadron State 61-37. Not even a close one there as they beat them badly in this game. Chadron State dropped to 1-1 on the season. Other games that are going on right now as I'm losing my mind here trying to catch up. Texas A&M International is leading Black Hills State 4-3. Early parts of their game is going on right now. We will keep you in touch with that one. Also, Colorado Christian is leading University of Arkansas Fort Smith 53-57. There's 6:37 left to go on that game as well. We'll keep you updated on that game as well. As I'm fumbling all the way around here. If you did not catch my broadcast earlier today, we had Dixie State versus Adams State in a football game, and Dixie State won that one in a convincing fashion in that one, 52-10 to go 7-4 on the year for that one. That was a good win for them, as they'll finish the year 7-4 on their record. Also, other games that went on for Dixie State over the weekend. Volleyball team lost to Colorado Mesa in the semifinals 3-1. Not the way they wanted to finish their regular season, especially in the RMAC. They will have a matchup in the Divisional II playoffs in the southeastern region, but we will get more information on that as the week goes on. But, of course, all focus right now is on the women's basketball team as they lead this game huge, 43-17, going into the halftime already. London Palvacia leading the team in scores with already 12 points and 5 rebounds, as she is one of the shortest players on the team. And for that is a real remarkable stand from her. Again, she's from Las Vegas, Nevada, Liberty High School, with her Mariah Martin also being one of the guards. Sandy, Utah, out of where Martin's from, and Alta High School. This team, I talked to Coach earlier in the week as I try to catch up here and try to get focused and try to get back into broadcasting mode, as I was here at Burns Arena the first time here. It's a really nice stadium, I will admit that. But I talked to Coach JB earlier in the week, and I talked to him. Listen, I asked him straight up, you have 5 freshmen on this team, 3 sophomores, 5 juniors. This team is young. This team is not really their experience as well as you want it to be. And I asked him simply, how do you transition that from the mindset to the court and be that you guys will compete? And he's basically said that it's all just about preparation and work, and that if they go out and work hard and prove that they can win basketball games and stay in the hunt and become competitive, I believe they'll be successful. And I took his word for that. Also, talked to him just a little bit about the fact that it's the first season for the RMAC for the team. They finished 9th in the conference last season in Pac West, went 8-12 in Pac West play. Finished the season 12-15, not the way they wanted to finish the season. Obviously, they were selected to finish 10th in the conference this season in RMAC play, which I think is a bit much considering this team, how they look already. I think they'll be even higher than that. Probably will finish 5th or 6th at best. Maybe will surprise us all and finish higher than that. Hopefully they do, as they posted a losing record last year. Hopefully they can get a couple games above 500 and have a winning record. It'll be the first time in a while for this basketball team. But, again, this team is young. The 5 freshmen on the team, not really a team you would think that would win a lot of basketball games, would still have a lot of growing pains to go through. I believe they will have a lot of growing pains to go through, but I also believe that if they work together and just try to focus on one play at a time, one basket at a time, they will win a lot of basketball games and really poise themselves to be a true contender in the RMAC. Coach told me, as I ramble on there, but Coach told me simply that it's just, going to be tough games. There's a lot of tough teams in this conference. They play, with big physical movement. They're going to try to spread the ball around and make those teams move around a lot. And I believe that it will work. We'll see if it does. Obviously, the team is very good already to start with, winning this game 43-17, and hopefully they can continue that win coming up here more into the season. We're going to take another timeout here on Radio Dixie on 1.3 to Trailblazer Nation. Be right back with more here on Radio Dixie on 1.3 Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we have a minute We have a minute 30 here until the start of the second half here already. Again, if you're just joining us, Dixie State is leading this basketball game. I've been saying football game all the time. Basketball game, 43-17 over Northern New Mexico. Their first home game of the season before they take on their Dixie State tournament next weekend. Friday, they'll have a game against Western Oregon at 5, and then St. Martin's will be on November 1st. Hopefully those two games go as well for them, and we'll see what happens with those matchups coming up later in the season. But yes, looking at some stats in this game already, it's a huge lead for Dixie State. Again, with London Palvasia leading the team with 10 points already. She is shooting perfect as much as she could. She's 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 4 for 6 from the field goal range, and I believe she's taking 2 shots from the free throw line. I know that as well. Also, Mariah Martin. Yeah, Mariah Martin is the second one with 8 points in that game. She is 2 for 2 from the three-throw line. She is 3 from 8 from the floor, but she's 0 for 2 from the three-point line. But nonetheless, some players have been stepping up. Of course, London Palvasia knocking down the 2 crucial 3 points that have given them this huge lead into this game already. Again, we will have the start of this second half already, as there's 10 minutes back on the clock here at Burns Arena, and we are about to get underway here as Northern New Mexico will start with the ball. Kaylin Uzo will start with the ball here and dish it back out to Leia Durago, as Dixie State will bring out yet again their double trap defense. Palvasia on the defense, then dishes it back over to Rochelle Blazer. The bucket is up in the middle, no good. Northern New Mexico will get it back up, shoots it. No, they will not take a shot. Tries to drive it into the middle of the field. Back out to Durago into top of the key. Back into the middle by Livingston, taken away by Dixie State, and puts it up, and is no good, but rebounded there. Mariah Martin and Rochelle Blazer working together on that one, and Lisa Van Capen getting her touch in there as well. Both of them working really well on that one to get the bucket in. Turnover will be made, and it will be Dixie State's ball. Again, they lead this game hugely, 45-17 with 9:10 left to go, as this game is all but wrapped up already, even at the start of the second half. As Dixie State drives, takes a three-pointer again, and it is good. Lisa Van Capen with her first three-pointer of the day puts it up 48-17, 31-point lead, as Northern New Mexico will take a three, and it is good on their side. Shanae Livingston will take her first three-pointer of the day to make it 48-20 with a 28-point lead. Van Capen got it back out the top of the key. Now Martin's got it. Off the Van Capen screen. Martin looking for somebody, gives it back out to Palvasia. She provides her with a screen. Palvasia going to drive, kicks it back out to Van Capen. Van Capen loses the ball quickly, but gets it back out to Martin. Martin at the top of the key, drives it, and is blocked, but fouled at the same time. Martin will go to the line, I believe so, but she got through that middle of the defense perfectly. I got the foul to count. There'll be no free throws, but they'll take it out of bounds. Kicks it back to Van Capen, drives it in the middle, no good. Northern New Mexico with the rebound, tries to get it up the court. Back to Livingston, who tries to get up the middle, will get blocked there. Mally Richardson with the rebound. Back to Martin. Martin already at the top of the key, setting up the offense. Martin drives, gets it up, and it is good. And the foul will count. With an and one at the line here to make it a 31-point lead yet again. Martin driving yet again, slicing through the middle and just getting the foul there as Shanae Livingston will get her second foul of the game. Martin's shot is up, and it is good. Dixie State leads now 31 points yet again, the biggest lead they've had all day. Van Capen on the block. Dixie State trying to trap defense yet again. Drives it. Northern New Mexico gets it up. No good, but there will be a foul called. Mally Richardson will get the foul on that one. 2 shots will be taken. 1 shot is up, and it is good. Renee Herrera is 1 of 2 already on the line. Shot is up, and it is good. It'll be 2 for 2 already. as Dixie State now lead is cut to 29. 7:36 left to go already. Dixie State drives and is turned over by Rochelle Blazard. Northern New Mexico up the court. Leia Durago will get it up and it's good. 51-24. The lead is now cut to 27. A careless mistake made there by Rochelle Blazard. Blazard with the ball, drives it, gets cut back off, dishes it to Palvacio. Palvacio up and is no good. Rebounded by Northern New Mexico, who'll bring it back up the court, down by 27. Tries to get their offense together. Kicks it back up to Durago at the top of the key. Yuzo has the ball, dishes back off to Herrera. Kicks it out to Livingston. Shot is up. It's good. Livingston with her second three-pointer. 51-27. The lead has been cut down to 24. Dixie State with a drive, tries to kick it back out. Does. Van Capen has the ball at the top of the key. Kicks it back in. Malaya Richardson will get it up, and foul is called. Mally Richardson will go to the line for the first time today, as subs will come in for Dixie State right after this free throw here. Shot is up by Mally and is good. Mally Richardson getting kind of hard foul there as she went to the basket with her shot good. Her second free throw is good. 53-27. The lead is back up to 26. Northern New Mexico try to get the ball in as this subs come in and the ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Dixie State's ball. A turnover there made by Northern New Mexico. A costly one there. Mariah Martin will take it out of bounds. Cameron Moody also checks in at center. Maddie Longton will take it up the top of the key. Now Mariah Martin sets up the offense. Dishes it to Franks. Longley takes it up. No good. Dishes back out to Martin at the rebound. Morgan Myers with that rebound there. Dishes back out to Franks. Kicks it back out. And there'll be a foul called as the process was trying to get the ball out. 6:07 left to go in this third quarter as Martin dishes back out. Cameron Moody will get the ball. Dishes back out to Franks. Franks is going to try to get in the middle. Kicks it back out to Martin. Off of Cameron Moody screen. Franks takes a three-pointer. It is no good. It'll be rebounded by Northern New Mexico. 53-27. That's the third quarter lead. Dixie State leads it by 26. Shot is made and is good by Northern New Mexico, who cuts the lead down to 24 again. Northern New Mexico playing a little tougher in this half as they're trying to play a zone defense here, forcing Dixie State to move that ball around a lot and only force to make them three-pointers, something Dixie State did not do a lot in the first half. Again, the ball will be turned over by Dixie State. Northern New Mexico already getting 12 points in this first half as Dixie State's only been able to get 6. Northern New Mexico with a couple subs here already. Northern New Mexico out the ball, trying to drive in the middle. Shot is up and is good. 53-21. The lead is now 20-21. Palvacio will take a three and is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Back out. Dixie State will get the ball back after a little small turnover there. And a foul is called. So I'm slowly trying to work my way into this game. Lisa Van Capen will take 2 shots at the line. Timeout is taken by Dixie State here. Dixie State leads this game 53-31. 4:33 left to go in this third quarter here as we will take another timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we are here live in Burns Arena here as Dixie State leads this game 53-31 with 4:33 left to go in this third quarter here as Dixie State leads it again 53-31. Lisa Van Capen is at the line. Is going to take 2 shots here, try to put the lead back up to 23. One shot is up, and it is no good. Dixie State, again, coming into this game, first game of the season, first game of the regular season for them. They had an exhibition game up in BYU. That was a loss for them, but as Van Capen makes her second free throw, they come into this game 8-12 on the season. Last year in Pac West play, 12-15 in overall record. Can they turn it around this season? Coach JB says he can. as Mariah Martin will get the ball. Kicks it back to Franks, kicks it back into the middle. Drives it up. Van Capen will not get the foul there. The ball is still on a scramble. Northern New Mexico will get it. Tries to get it up the court here. Dixie State in a man-to-man defense, forcing them to get it back in the middle. Shot is up and is no good, and it will be, looks like it will be Dixie State's ball as Franks will take it on the inbound and dish it off to Martin. Martin will bring it back up the court, set up the Dixie State offense. Hands it off to Myers, back to Myers. Dishes all the way across the court. Shot is up. No good. Almost rebounded by Dixie State. Rebounded by Northern New Mexico. Got it back to Dixie State. And a foul was called as Megan Myers will go to the line off a turnover there. Dixie State had a 4-on-1 lead. They could not capitalize. Could only get a free throw attempt here as Myers lines up. Shot is up and is no good. Good decision there by Mariah Martin, but just not able to finish it off as Myers tries to sink her second one, and it will go in. Northern New Mexico trying to get back into this game. Clawed back in. Turnover made by Northern New Mexico. Franks gets it back up, and it is good. 57-31, 3:20 to left to go in this basketball game. As I try to transition from football to basketball. Northern New Mexico with the ball, trying to get it out. Will not do it, and it will be a turnover made by Dixie State as they were trying to get the ball there. It could not get it in and could not get it late. Northern New Mexico will get the ball back, tries to get deep into the middle, play the tough. Ball is up and is good. Dixie State still leads this game 57-33. Myers with the ball. Takes a three, and it is good. Excuse me, Ryan. I'm losing myself. Rochelle Blazer was the one taking that three. So I lost track there real quick. Ball is up in the court, and it's no good by Northern New Mexico. The ball is on the floor, and it was rebounded. They'll make it a jump ball. Timeout is taken by Northern New Mexico. 2:40 left to go as Dixie State still leads this game big, 60-33. We're going to take another timeout here on Radio Dixie 91.3, Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we have live coverage of the first women's basketball game of the season for Dixie State. Excuse me, as they are leading this game 60-33 with 2:40 left to go in this third quarter here. As the game is slowed down just a wee bit after there was a high, fast-paced offense already to start the first half. Dixie State has slowed down just a little bit as Northern New Mexico will get the ball back in. Will try to set up their offense. Dixie State showing their tough man-to-man defense, and it results in a turnover there. Dishes it back out to Martin, back over to Franks. Up and no good. As you try to make something out of nothing there. Did not work. Northern New Mexico brings it back up the court. A few little dabs there. Tough embodiment there by Northern New Mexico trying to get the ball in. Shot is up, and it is good. No foul will be called on that one. Dixie State will bring the ball back up. Martin dishes it to Franks. Back into the middle. Shot is up by Van Capen. It is no good. Taken up by Northern New Mexico. Takes a shot there. No good as they were trying to get a three-pointer there. Rebounded by Franks. Taken up by London Palvacia. Franks got it back out of the top of the key. Back to Van Capen. Van Capen dishes it to Myers. Myers takes a three and is no good as there's a foul called on Dixie State as the sub will come in for Franks, and it will be Mariah Martin. Another sub will come in for Myers, and it'll be Mally Richardson. Ball is up and is taken away by London Palvacia into the middle of the court, and no basket will not be made, but there will be a foul called against Northern New Mexico. Number 33, Kaylin Uzos. That'll be her third foul of the game as there's 1:09 left to go. Van Capen will take the two shots here. She's 1 for 2 already. One shot is up and it's good. Going hard in there, trying to get the bucket. Could not get it, but she got a foul called on, and she'll make 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Dixie State trying to put this game away completely as Northern New Mexico tries to bring it up the court. Three-pointer is taken. It's good. Good by Northern New Mexico with 50 seconds left to go in this third quarter here. Palvacia into the middle. Kicks it back out to Van Capen. Kicks it out to Myers. Shot is up. It's good. 65-38 is the lead here by Dixie State. Rochelle Blaser will get called for a small foul there. Taken out on the inbound line by Northern New Mexico. That'll be her second. Rochelle Blaser, that'll be her second foul of the game. As there's 30 seconds left to go. Ball will get away, and it'll be Dixie State's ball as Northern New Mexico turns it over yet again. Northern New Mexico gets the ball. Dixie State. Blaser tries to drive, takes a step back, shoots it, is no good. Rebounded by Malay Richardson. Pushed out of bounds in a little scramble there. Malay Richardson gets up, and she's fine. But a good, tough rebounded there by her. As will be Northern New Mexico's ball as she stepped out of bounds with it. Dixie State will get the ball off a turnover. Dixie State does not have numbers, so they'll regroup. Van Capen, no. Takes a shot in the middle and got fouled. She will go back to the line yet again. She's 3 for 4 at the line today. As she shoots it up, no, and both of them will be no good. And that will end the third quarter here as Dixie State leads it 70-38 at the end of this third quarter here as they're just monstering Northern New Mexico in their first game of the season here in front of the Burns Arena crowd. Giving them a good win, giving them a good game here to go on further into the season. 10 minutes will be put back up on the clock. Final quarter here for Dixie State, as this legitimately will be the fastest game I've ever called, considering I've been calling a lot of football games this season to start with as I transition into basketball games this season. Hopefully I get a color commentator with me to call these games this season. For football, I had about 5 weeks there where I didn't have a color commentator and had to call the games all on my own. It was a lot of fun, I'll give you that. Sometimes you just want a buddy in the studio with you, call some basketball games. The refs looked at the last basket that was made by Dixie State that made it 70-38, and they recalled it back as it was no good before the buzzer was called. So it'll be 68-38 going into the fourth quarter here. Dixie State will get the ball up the court. Lazar will get the ball, dishes it back to Van Capen, gets into the middle of Palvacia. She takes a shot, and it's good. This time the basket will count as it will be 70-38 here. Dixie State trying to show a little tough defense here again with their trap defense. It's all about fast pace and movement for them. Hopefully this will work for them this season. Dixie State trying to make Northern New Mexico work hard for all their shots, and they do. Palvacia kicks it back out to Martin. Martin back into Mallory Richardson. Back to Martin, shoots it. It's no good. Rebounded by Blaser, but there was a foul called against Dixie State, and it will turn the ball over back to Northern New Mexico. Martin with a good shot there just off the rim, as Dixie State will just try to keep this clock running for the rest of the game. Shot is up, no good. Martin will get the rebound, will take it up the middle. She's outnumbered 3-1. Dishes it back out to Van Capen behind her. No good on the basket. Martin will get the rebound. Kicks it back out to Blazard. Back out to Palvacia. Back to Blazard. And she stepped out of bounds. It will be Northern New Mexico's ball. Turnover there almost. Blazard with the tip there. It will be yet again Northern New Mexico's ball. Dishes it back out to Durago. Livingston will take another three-pointer. It is good. Dixie State leads this game 70-41. A three-pointer is taken and is good by Martin. Out of nowhere, she takes a huge three-pointer there. Again, the turnover made by Northern New Mexico. The ball is up and bucket is made. It'll be 75-41. Dixie State leads this game hugely. Getting into a bit of a implosion here on the court. Dixie State leads this game 75-41. Northern New Mexico will go back to the line here as Northern New Mexico will take their two shots and one for one already. Number 20, Melanie Sekoti, take her final shot. It is up and it is no good, as there will be another foul called against Northern New Mexico. Gives it off to Martin with about 8 minutes left to go in this game. Martin dishes off to Franks. Her ball will get batted down, but rebounded by Myers. Back to Palvacia. Myers on the key. Kicks it back out. Palvacia gets it back out again. Takes a mid-range shot. It is up and is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. No good on that one. Rebounded again by Dixie State. Palvacia gets it. Bashes it back out. Franks to the drive. Gets it up and is good. Allie Franks all over that. Dixie State getting 2 crucial rebounds on that to get the lead even higher. 75-42 is their lead now. Palvacia trying to get the ball. Megan Myers with the turnover there will get the points. I'll make it 79-42 with 6:45 left to go in this fourth quarter here. Dixie State yet again turned the ball. Northern New Mexico turned the ball over yet again and misses at the rim, but they get the rebound back. Dixie State setting it up here. Palvacia at the top of the key. Shot is up. It is good. It rattles in. Maddie Loftus on the shot there, her first 3 of the season, and it's good. So I try to learn all the names as quickly as I can. On the floor for Dixie State is Palvacia, Mooney, Loftus, Myers, and Franks. Palvacia on the defense there. Northern New Mexico moving it around. Turns the ball over there. Loftus gets the ball there. Tries to slow it down, get the offense set. Trying to keep it, and will get called for the foul. Lana Olivero will check into the game for Cameron Mooney. So I'm looking at it is either Carmen or Cameron, but it stands as Cameron. Palvacia with the top of the key, 3-pointer, and it is no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Still stayed alive. No, they said she stepped out of bounds. Northern New Mexico will bring it up. 5:24 left to go here. Dixie State shot is up. It is no good, but rebounded by Northern New Mexico is no good yet again. Palvacia tried to get it back in, but no, she stepped out of bounds with it. Northern New Mexico with the ball and got a shot in. Palvacia will get the inbound, bring it back up the court, sets up the offense here. Again, Loftus, Myers, Palvacia, Olivero, sorry, trying to get that name right, as Northern New Mexico turns the ball over yet again. Myers gets the ball, gives it back out to Franks, dishes all the way across the court. Shot is up and is good. 85-44 by Allie Franks, as I try to keep learning the names here. 4:19 left to go in this fourth quarter, as it's been a rough game so far on my end. As the bucket will count, and it's good. Kaylin Uzo will get the bucket there to make it 85-46. And a timeout was taken by Northern New Mexico in a huge win here. Start off the year for Dixie State, as they'll go 1-0 after this game as it closes up. We're going to take another timeout here and be right back with more on Radio Dixie on 101.3 Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome back to Radio Dixie 91.3 as we have live final coverage of this game between Dixie State and Northern New Mexico. If you're just joining us, Dixie State is winning this game big, 85-46 in their first home game of the season here, and the first game of the season for them as well. 4:13 left to go as they lead Northern New Mexico again, 85-46. Northern New Mexico at the line taking one shot. It is no good. 4:13 left to go. Martin brings it up the court. Franks takes a shot. It is good. Again, I got the name wrong. That was Loftus there on that three. Make it 85-46. Shot is up and is no good by Northern New Mexico, as Northern New Mexico will try to run an inbound play here. As Durago will kick it off to Cheyenne. Cheyenne shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded by Dixie State. Scrambled on the floor. Martin will bring it up the court. Has Loftus on the three-point line. Will decide to take it herself and will get the bucket there. 87-46. Northern New Mexico trying to run their offense yet again. Will get trapped in the defense, and a foul is called. Allie Franks getting just a little bit desperate there on that coverage there. Try to get something out of nothing. Could not get it, as Lisa Van Kampen will check in. Northern New Mexico will get the inbound play. Dishes back off. Try to get a play here. Trying to back at the top of the key. Uzos will not get a play off, and it will be over the head of her player. And it will be Dixie State's ball with 3:10 left to go here. Dixie State leads this game big, 90-46. Franks dishes out to Van Kampen. Van Kampen trying to come back out. Will lose the ball for a minute there. Will give it back to Northern New Mexico off a turnover there. Northern New Mexico trying to get it out. Try to set up for a three. The shot is up, and it's good. 90-49 with a few minutes left to go as 2:30 is left on the clock here. Dixie State sends something up. Back to Franks. Shot is up. No good. Taken there. But Dixie State gets a rebound. Van Capen gets the ball up, and it's good. 92-49. 2:08 left to go in this fourth quarter. Mark this one as a win for the Lady Trailblazers. How big of a win? We're about to find out in the last minute 30 here in this game. 1:45 left to go. Martin has the ball at the top of the key. Sets it up for Van Capen. Van Capen tries to drive. Gives it off to Martin yet again. Will drive to the basket, and no good. Rebounded by Northern New Mexico. They'll bring it back up to court. Northern New Mexico tries to set it up. Shot is up, and is no good. Rebounded by Martin. Up the court yet again. She has numbers. Decides to go up for it, and no good. She'll get fouled and go to the line. 1:22 left on the clock here as Dixie State leads in 92-51. Shot is up and is no good. Martin had numbers with her, just decided to go by herself. Try to duke out. The defender could not do it at the end, sending her to the line. She's 0 for 1 already. Shot is up and it's good. She'll go 1 for 2 on the free throw line there. 93-51, 1:20 left to go here. Northern New Mexico up and no good. As Northern New Mexico was trying to run a little pick and screen there. Number 44, Erica Talmadge will go to the line. Her first time on the day out of the line here. 1:10 left to go in this fourth quarter as Dixie State yet again leads this game 93-51. Shot is up and good. 1 for 1 already on the line. Up again and is in. No good. Martin will bring it up the court. 1:05 left to go. Van Capen has the ball. Gives it off to Loftus. Back to Martin. Back to Franks. Drives. Back to Martin here. Drives in the middle. Gets caught in the middle, and there will be a jump ball there. It'll be Dixie State's ball. Dixie State will give it back off to Northern New Mexico. Off a turnover there. Tries to set it up. Durago takes a three, and is no good. Rebounded by Loftus. Loftus will bring it up. We'll just keep it for the few final seconds of the quarter as there's a difference of 2 seconds on the clock. Martin just driving out the clock as much as she can here. Again, now it is about 1 second difference between the clock. 4, 3, 2. Ball will be turned over, but no matter. This game is over. Dixie State wins this game in a complete fashion here. 93-52. I believe they'll give it back off for the seconds that are left on the clock. Is 1.2 seconds left. Gives it to Northern New Mexico. Tries to dish it in, and nothing there. So they'll take a last shot. No good. Dixie State again will win this game 93-52. The inaugural first game of the season. The inaugural first game at home. Big win for this team after going 12-15 last season in Pac West. 12-15 overall. 8-12 in Pac West overall. Pac West Conference. Big win for them to go on the year. We'll be back after this short break here on Radio Dixie 91.3 with more of the Trailblazer postgame show here on Radio Dixie 91.3, the Trailblazer Nation.
You're listening to Dixie State Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln at 145 West Hilton Drive in St. George and at stgeorgeford.com. Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln, your neighborhood Ford dealer, and the title sponsor for all DSU athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3. It's back to the action for DSU Athletics, brought to you by Ken Garff St. George Ford Lincoln. We now return you to Dixie State Athletics.
Welcome to the Trailblazer postgame show, the second one of the day today so far, as there was a football game earlier. If you missed that, Dixie State won that game 52-10 to end the season, 7-4 overall. We had a good one here for Dixie State, not for Northern New Mexico, but we do wish them a very good, successful season. As Dixie State will win their inaugural first home game, the women's basketball team beat Northern New Mexico 92-50 in a huge manslaughter win there for them. A lot of shots were taken, 34-79 for Dixie State, 20 of 65 for Northern New Mexico. They were 43% from that point, and Northern New Mexico was 30%. From the three-point line, 11 of 30 for Dixie State, 8 of 26 for Northern New Mexico. Dixie State was only 36% there. Northern New Mexico was only 30%. And at the free throw line, Dixie State had 13 of 18 for 72%. Northern New Mexico was 4 of 9 for 44%. Other numbers, just total rebounds for Dixie State. They had 57 in this one, 39 for Northern New Mexico. This game was not even close with any point of this one. this one will go down as a huge win and a good win for Dixie State into the long run of the season. Again, they have a strong season coming up ahead. Again, it's the first season for them in conference this year as part of the RMAC conference. Looking at their schedule ahead, they have 2 competitions coming up here. They will have the hoster Dixie State Tournament. Colorado Mesa and St. Martin and Western Oregon are the visiting teams. They will have 2 games, one on Friday, one on Saturday. Friday, they'll play at 5 o'clock against Western Oregon, and 1 o'clock, they'll play against St. Martin's at 1 p.m. Hopefully, those games go as well. Their first overall RMAC game will not be until December 1st at Westminster. We'll have live coverage of that game as soon as we can get it. They will not be home again after their little trip with Dixie State. They will not be home again until December 14th and the 15th. They'll have back-to-back home games, one against New Mexico Highlands and the other against Colorado State Pueblo. Definitely a season to go long. This seems like a good one here already. Hopefully, it will become a better one. Individual-wise, what can we say? For Dixie State, leader of this team, Mariah Martin, was off to a great start. She ended the day with 16 points, leading the team here today. She was 0 for 3 from three-point line, but she was 6 of 14 from the field and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. She was getting it in today and trying to dish it out as much as she can and get as much as she could. Morgan Myers led this team in rebounds at 13. Assist leader was Megan Myers. Well, again, she had 4 assists in this one. To say there was a true game winner, MVP player of the game, I'd have to give it to Mariah Martin. She had the most points tonight just because of that, but she was exceptional on the floor with London Palvacia. These two are going to make a good backcourt for Dixie State. Hopefully, it can grow more and more into their roles and give Dixie State more and more wins. Thank you for tuning in for the final game here on Radio Dixie 91.3 for the day. I understand a lot of people are like, just play the music, please. Don't talk about sports no more. But that is our responsibility here at Radio Dixie and part of my responsibility at Radio Dixie 91.3. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you for listening, and stick around for more Dixie State basketball this season.
You've been listening to Dixie State Athletics on Radio Dixie 91.3, brought to you by Ken Garv St. George Ford Lincoln. For more information on Dixie State Athletics, DixieStateAthletics.com. Thanks for listening to Radio Dixie 91.3.